Hello, my name is Paula Hessen. I'm a representative for the American Embassy in Afghanistan. I'm here to inform all you traveling journalists that are coming to Afghanistan of the different aspects of this country. First off the top, I just want to explain to you, and I'm sure you all realize this, that journalists are never safe in Afghanistan. The biggest thing that you need to remember is that you all need to rely on each other. You need to rely on your crew, fellow journalists, whoever you feel like you can trust for safety. There's been numerous kidnappings of journalists in Afghanistan, so never ever let your guard down. Just a few of the things about the culture. Women never shake hands with men, and they also never look men in the eyes. When meeting another man, the men do shake each other's hands, and they also kiss each other on their cheeks. Women no longer have to be veiled with burqas in Afghanistan. That rule left a couple years ago when the Taliban lost their control in the country. But a lot of women still do wear the burqas just because it makes them feel secure. But also it is a rule just to kind of dress loosely and very modestly for the women, and men also dress very comfortably and they wear their clothes loose. A word about some of the accommodation in the hotels. There's one major hotel that is very expensive in Afghanistan, but the only luxury about it is there is electricity and running water at this hotel. There are 4 cheaper hotels downtown. They're all within one block in the downtown area, but they do not have electricity or running water. Just a note, there's also no working bathrooms in any of the homes in Kabul. Another option for you to stay would be, there's various tea houses in Kabul. Kabul is the biggest city in Afghanistan, and it also is the capital. That's basically where all the journalists will be stationed while you're in Afghanistan. Back to the tea houses. You can sleep in various tea houses for free, and they also feed you for free. But you will not get very much sleep here because theft is rampant in the tea houses, and you're pretty much up all night because worried about losing all your belongings to theft. The first thing that happens when you arrive in a hotel is they all require inspections of your passports, and also the U.S. Embassy requires that you register with them. Most journalists prefer to stay away from the U.S. Embassy in Kabul because of all the violence that takes place. There's violence outside in the sidewalks. There's a lot of shooting going on. So it tends to be one of the most dangerous buildings in Kabul. So the journalists would really, some of them I don't think register very often. They just like to stay away. A word about the food and the dining while you're here. The main diet is kebabs, rice, and bread. Other journalists that have already visited Afghanistan say they tire very easily of this diet, but that's pretty much all that's on the menu in most of the restaurants here. The Afghan people really have no problems with the Americans. In this day and age, they pretty much see us just as occupiers, not liberators. They sort of take for granted we're here. I think they think that we're not here to help them, but we're just here for ourselves. As far as the currency goes, there are money changers along the streets. About everywhere you look, you can find a money changer. Of course, you'll have to pay them a commission, but you shouldn't have any problem exchanging your money. Afghan is a comparatively expensive country, but the infrastructure is very low, and the standards here are very low. And a lot of this is due to the civil war that has taken place for many years here. A lot of the buildings have been bombed out. There's a lot of buildings in Kabul that you'll find half the building has been blown apart, but then there'll be boulders all along the streets, and maybe one half of the building is still in working order. The other half is completely gone. You'll find that pretty much everywhere you look. As I said, there's very little infrastructure due here, and that's due to the economy, the lack of money, the lack of tourists, due to the violence, and the Hindu-Muslim community makes up 80 to 90% of the population here, and the Shia Muslims make up the rest, and there is some other religious sects here in Kabul and Afghanistan, but the basic population is the Hindu Muslims. There's many extremists that live in the southern part of Afghanistan, and of course they try to prevent the arrival of any peace and foreign visitors. Therefore, also travel can be very, very dangerous in Afghanistan. You can hire drivers, and also there are some buses that can take you from one major city to another. But there's the back roads, which are the main highways that lead you from city to city. They can be very, very dangerous. Afghanistan is a pretty mountainous country. There's a lot of gullies, and the back roads can be filled pretty much with checkpoints. There has been numerous drivers that have been stopped midway in between cities with checkpoints, and there's been murders, kidnappings, etc. that happens, and to journalists are a very big target. On a final note, I realize that you are all here to get your story, but the main thing I want to stress with everybody is safety. As I've said before, please, please rely on each other and the people that you can trust to keep yourself safe. Safety is the utmost importance. Please have a very safe, rewarding, lucrative experience while in Afghanistan, and hopefully, as time goes on, Afghanistan, since the Taliban has been defeated pretty much here, hopefully the human rights have improved, and we will soon see more and more foreign visitors and tourists, and this country can eventually get back up the way it should be. Thank you very much.